Hello, everyone, and welcome to the demo day of the world's first cross-chain accelerator, the LongHashX Accelerator Cohort 10, in partnership with Axelar. We are very excited to have you join us today. Let me start with a short introduction to our team. I'm Buri. I'm the head of platform at LongHash Ventures, and I run the LongHashX Accelerator. With me today, we have Amir, Michael, and Rohit, who are part of the venture building team, and who you'll see and hear more from later today. Now, before we get started, let me start with an introduction to Axelar, who is our accelerator partner. Axelar is an interoperability network that enables applications to pass messages across chains. This has allowed the 5 projects that are presenting today to develop new cross-chain use cases that will help onboard the next billion users. Now, let me also introduce LongHash Ventures and the LongHashX Accelerator. We are a Web3 native accelerator and VC firm with a strong belief in a multi-chain world. We are proud to work together with Axelar to enable a multi-chain and cross-chain future. Now, LongHashX was founded over 5 years ago as one of the world's first Web3 accelerators. In that time, we have run 10 cohorts, accelerated more than 70 projects, and helped them raise more than $150 million in funding. We have very strong experience in working with early stage and emerging protocols to bootstrap and grow their developer communities. Some of the protocols we've worked in the past include Polkadot, Algorand, Filecoin, and of course, Axelar. And some of the notable alumni from the program include Acala, Astar, Balancer, Huddle 01, Lighthouse, Lit Protocol, Mintable, and Xanpool. We also have 2 funds under LongHash Ventures. We launched our first fund 2 years ago, which was focused on DeFi, and we launched Fund 2 last year, a $100 million Web3 fund focused on multi-chain infrastructure. We're also very excited that we recently launched LongHash Web, the world's first on-chain contribution network. The Axelar cohort was the first to access LongHash Web and a top-tier panel of Web3 founders, investors, and developers who have provided valuable mentorship. Now, let me pass it over to Amir, who's going to share the agenda for today.
Thanks so much, Buri, for the introduction. Now, for the past 12 weeks, we've been working very closely with Axelar, our ecosystem partner, to help the 5 projects that were selected to join the world's first cross-chain accelerator. So we've worked on a wide range of Web3 native topics to help the founders take their ideas from concept all the way to Web3 native businesses today. So you will be hearing pitches and watching demos of projects building on very exciting verticals, such as private cross-chain transfers, cross-chain Web3 gaming, cross-chain account abstraction, modular NFT-based escrow payments, and cross-chain hybrid custody. So if you're interested to meet with any of the teams today, we will be emailing you the details of each one of the teams, their pitches, and a form for you to indicate which team you would like to meet. And now we would like to invite Emma, our founding partner and CEO, to kickstart the event.
Thanks so much, Amir. And super excited to be here. I know our venture building team has been working tirelessly with the 5 team over the last 12 weeks. And we've also gotten a lot of support from Sergey and Axelar team. So really, really excited to see what the 5 teams has to offer and show us what they've been building. First, let's zoom out. Why multi-chain? I'm sure everyone here has used a cross-chain app before, but can you name a cross-chain app that has significant traction? I think most of us probably only used bridges or maybe bridge aggregators. So why are we so convinced about this multi-chain and cross-chain future? In fact, we also think it's inevitable to have a multi-chain and cross-chain future. First, the multi-chain world is already here. You can already see there are many layer 2 solutions are here to scale Ethereum. Optimism, Arbitrum, ZK-Sync, Stacknet, Polygon ZK EVM, vertical specific rollups such as Base, Immutable X. We've also been hearing rumors of application specific layer 3s. We've also seen a trend that once popular the apps gains traction, they move to their own chain, such as DYDX or Axis Ronin. Second, modular layers are needed as use cases extend beyond DeFi. Now we need decentralized storage and fast retrieval for NFT social data like Filecoin and IPFS. Some chains may use a data availability layer like Celestia, or a privacy layer like Aztec or Manta, or a MEV layer like Flashbot Swap. Drawing a dotted line from here, how will these chains, layer 2s, and modular layers talk to each other? We need cross-chain messaging protocols like Axelar, which uses a hub and spoke model. So you will only need to connect to one hub in order to be connected to many other chains. I think as of today, Axelar is connected to 35 chains and counting. So Axelar can translate your message so the destination chain can understand it. You can even write cross-chain logic into Axelar's virtual machine. That's super exciting. So what does this mean for builders and users? Maybe like Aave, who has copy-pasted their applications on many other chains, now you might want to govern all those copies. And you might want to have voting power on Ethereum, which have the richest history. Or you want to vote on Polygon with low gas fee. Then execute the contract on Avalanche for new development. Say I want to use my rare Mystic Axie as collateral. Maybe I can take out a loan on ZK-Sync. I can purchase a Reddit avatar on Polygon. Cross-chain messaging can automate a lot of that, and no bridging is needed. Users will be able to free to do anything on any chain. And today, you will be able to see 5 examples of what's possible. And I want to close with this. I think a lot of people believe that blockchains are like cities. And if you believe in freedom, plurality, the ingenuity and creativity of mankind to create our own islands, cities, and nations, and still be connected, perhaps you might also believe in a multi-chain and cross-chain world. And that's why LongHash Venture wants to support projects in this category and also deploy our funds to support the infrastructure layers. And without further ado, I want to pass it back to Michael. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Emma, for painting us the cross-chain future. And now we would like to invite Sergey, the co-founder of Acela, to share more around Acela and what excites him in the cross-chain world. Welcome, Sergey.
Hey guys, can you hear me okay? Awesome. Yeah, so great to be here. So first of all, just want to say a huge thank you to the LongHash team for running the cohort. I also want to say thank you to all the participants, right? All the teams that's been kind of building over the last couple of months. So I think there's a lot of exciting stuff that's going on in the multi-chain world. To me, I think just taking a step back, I really hope that kind of a couple years from now, we're not going to be talking about multi-chain. We're not going to be talking about cross-chain, right? And like those words actually disappear, and we simplify both developer and user experiences in Web3 at the end of the day, right? I think, as Emma said, the number of layers in the space keeps on increasing. You have layer 1s, layer 2s, layer 3s, data availability layers, and so on and so forth. And it's pretty natural evolution, if you ask me, right? It means that we're scaling. It means that we need to isolate, resources. We need to isolate applications from one another, and those are all good trends, right? But those are the trends that also introduce both developer and user challenges, right? As a developer, you kind of constantly thinking about how do I build my application that can touch all of these different layers, that can have accessibility from users and from other applications, no matter where you build. And as a user, you're constantly kind of struggling and figuring out, how do I use one application, right? Or how do I use a different token or on one chain or another chain? And I think the experience of shuffling between wallets, kind of a bridging tokens back and forth, paying gas across multiple networks has been really, really painful. So I think, to me, kind of what we're doing at Axelar, and I think what some of the teams are doing here, is really taking a step forward in the design space and in the UX space of Web3, right? And the goal is not to talk about cross-chain, not to talk about multi-chain. The goal is to talk about how do you build a simple application that can span the whole web of 3, right? As new layers become available, you shouldn't have to redeploy. You shouldn't have to think about, let me put another piece of code like on another chain. All of that should be automated for you. And so, at Axelar, that's the goal that we've been thinking about. Like, what is the stack that has to be built in order to enable the developer and user experiences such as that, right? And I think, we've built a pretty amazing stack today. There is an Acala Network. There is various services around it. The Axelar virtual machine is launching over the coming year, which will be super exciting. That would allow developers to simplify their deployments across multiple chains, streamline connectivity, and so on and so forth. And again, hopefully with all of those tools available and with a lot of the architectures that kind of builders today and over the coming years will be exploring, we're going to be able to abstract everything away, right, and enable very, very simple interactions for the users, which is the only way that we can continue growing the space and showing its benefits to the broader community. So super excited to see some of the presentations here today, and I'm continuing to build for this future.
Thanks so much, Sergey, for sharing about the very exciting vision that we can all look forward to. So without further ado, let's start with the pitches and the demos. First up, we have Peanut Protocol, and they have created a new crypto primitive for transfer abstraction. This will definitely change the way you make any kind of transfers in the future. So please welcome Hugo and Conrad.
All right, let's kick this off. Hey guys, we are Peanut Protocol, and we have developed a new crypto primitive, the Smart Check.
The Smart Check simplifies complex token transfers. We've built this because Web3 is still too clunky. Just recently, I tried to send some tokens to a friend of mine who doesn't have a wallet yet. And guess what? Not only did it take an hour of explaining on the phone, it also took us a whopping 54 clicks. Other examples of this clunkiness include any kind of private transfer that you want to do using AdStack or whatever. It's going to take you at least 53 clicks with all the bridging. And for the simplest of cross-chain swaps, it's going to take you at least 34 clicks.
That is not okay. But if you use smart checks, we can actually lower these numbers by a factor of 10. So for onboarding, we go from 54 clicks to just 8. For a private transfer, we go from 53 clicks to just 4. And for a cross-chain transfer, we go from 34 clicks to just 6. That sounds amazing, but how does it actually look like in practice? Well, we got you covered. Let's do a live demo. This is the Peanut Pay-Link dApp. It's a dApp built on top of Peanut Protocol. And we're going to use this to now send some tokens. Specifically for the purpose of this demo, we're going to pretend that Conrad, my co-founder, is not a crypto G and he doesn't even have a wallet. So how would I send him some tokens? Well, with Peanut, it's very, very simple. I'll just enter the amount here, which is going to be $1,000 US. I'll confirm the transaction in MetaMask once it pops up. And there we go. Confirm it. I'll wait a few seconds until this transaction finalizes. And what I'm going to get once it's actually done, I'm going to get a smart check in the form of a link. Now, once I have this link, I can just send it to Conrad on whatever platform I want, like whether this be Twitter or Telegram or whatever other messaging platform I use to talk with him. I can just do that. And so now here it is. Here's my link. And now I just go to Twitter. I go to Conrad, send it to him, and I'm done.
And on my end, all I have to do is whip out my phone and simply log in via Twitter. That spins up a new wallet for me. And then all I have to do is click claim, and boom, the funds are in my wallet.
That's really cool. We just onboarded a user to crypto in just a minute. But we love demos, so let's do a second one because they're so fast anyways. So for the purpose of this second demo, let's not pretend that Conrad is a freelancer and I want to pay him. But I don't want my other freelancers to know how much I'm paying Conrad. In effect, I want to do a private transfers. Now, is this much more painful? Is this much more difficult? The answer is no. With Peanut, it's very, very simple. So in this case, I'll just click here on 10. I'll click here on private, and that's all I need to do, really. The rest of the flow is exactly the same. I'm going to do another link smart check. I'll confirm the transaction in MetaMask. It's going to take a few seconds again. And then, in effect, I will have paid Conrad in a non-traceable manner. He won't know what my account address is. I do a private transfer, and it's very, very simple. So yeah, the link that we're going to get now could be integrated in a payroll dApp, could be, whatever you want. But in this case, I'll just send it to Conrad on Telegram, and here's his Telegram. And hey, I paid my freelancer.
And on my end, you know the flow already. All I have to do is click the link and then simply click claim. And boom, the funds are in my wallet. Thanks for the $1,000, Hugo. So the cool thing about smart checks is that they can be sent via link or QR code, or even within a Web2 app. But what's even cooler is that you can program any kind of logic into the claiming. And the whole thing is super modular. So you can have authentication or oracles or even cross-chain swaps. So thanks to our friends at Axelar, I could just send ADA on Cardano, and Hugo could choose to claim Matic on Polygon without having to touch the Cardano chain at all.
That is amazing because, like probably most of you, I don't have a Cardano wallet. The reason why we can do all of this, the reason why we can take these complicated things like cross-chain transfers and private transfers and transfers to a person whose wallet you don't know or doesn't even have a wallet, is because of a concept we call transfer abstraction. Transfer abstraction is kind of like account abstraction, except, as you know, for transfers. Currently, Gnosis Safe is a very popular implementation of sort of account abstraction, and they account for almost 30% of volume on ETH. We anticipate in the next few years, transfer abstraction will probably account for the same size.
And we have some early signs of this already. Despite having just started in October with the idea, we had over 2,000 transactions, with $10,000 being the largest one. But what's way more exciting and way more important is that people love the protocol itself, integrating directly with it with our SDK. These are wallets, GameFi, and infra companies who all love us for abstracting away those transfer complexities and making onboarding super, super simple. So we have some cool proof with this with a pilot that Ambire Wallet did, and they've onboarded 50 users onto crypto seamlessly with just a few peanut links. So if you want to see it for yourself, how easy it is, we will just post a few links in the chat. Just make sure not to fight over them.
All right, enough about the product, and do check out those links. Let's talk about us, the team. So the guy just talking right now is my amazing co-founder, Conrad. He is the biznut on the team. He's a second-time founder, having previously founded a B2B SaaS with over 10,000 users. And together, him and me work so well together that we've won 13 hackathons.
Well, it's all thanks to Hugo and his blazingly fast coding. No wonder, after all, he did computer science at Harvard. You might have heard of them. He's also a second-time founder, and in crypto too, having raised 4 million for his previous project. So if you are as excited as we are about transfer abstraction, do hit us up. We are raising 1.5 million for first round, and we are looking for strategic VCs who have experience in middleware, wallets, and layer ones. So our DMs are always open. Hit us up, even if you're not a VC. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks, Conrad and Hugo, for sharing about Peanut. Now moving into Web3 cross-chain gaming. Porting games on-chain has never been simpler. Link allows game devs to build Web3 games in minutes. Introducing Vishwas Bhushan, CEO at Link.
Thank you so much, Rohit, for inviting me. Hey everyone, I am Vishwas, co-founder and CEO of Link. We are letting game developers build their Web3 games in 2 minutes. We are a team of builders, game developers, and blockchain experts. I myself lead business and product at Link, while Shanu is a hardcore techie. She's the co-founder and CTO of Link. Together, we have been working for more than 5 years, and we have built 50 plus hyper-casual and Web3 games. Recently, we have got featured in Your Story Media as top 25 Web3 startups of India. And while working on our first Web3 game, we have encountered 3 major problems. Number 1, it is super hard to integrate Web3 elements into games. Number two, game developers struggle to provide a good gaming experience. And number three, current Web3 gamers community is siloed across multiple chains. So how we are going to solve these issues? Well, the answer is Link. Link is solving these problems in three ways. First, with Link Unity and Unreal SDKs, we let game developers 100x their development speed without knowing the Web3 stack and focus just on the game development. Two, Link allows game developers to unlock in-game contract interactions, cashless transactions, in-game marketplace, and low latency to provide Web2-like gaming experience. And third, interconnection of different chains is the future. And at Link, we are enabling cross-chain capabilities with Axelar GMP, allowing better monetization, interoperability, and broader access. So it's time to fasten your seatbelt because I'm going to show you a live demo, which starts with Link SDK. And do not worry about filling tons of forms to get the SDK access. Just go to our GitHub and download the SDK like I did. Now, I have the Unity editor over here, and I'm going to show you a live integration of the SDK. So I just go to import package, custom package, choose the SDK, and hit open. It will gonna allow me to import a couple of files and folders. Now, while it is importing, let me tell you three core elements of the SDKs. First, wallet integration. Second, in-game marketplace, which allows buy, sell, rent, lend, and cross-chain access, which allows people to access the cross-chain within the game ecosystem without leaving the games. Best part is game developers can access all these things within 30 seconds. So let me go to the Connect Wallet scene, and you can see welcome to the MetaMask scenes over here. But not just that, if I just go to the interface, within one click, I can switch to my favorite network. And not only that, if I just go to the marketplace scene, click over here, you can see in contract address, I just have to write my contract address, and then I'm able to fetch all the in-game assets as NFT and do the interactions within the game itself. We do provide minting of the NFT and cross-chain swaps as well, and people can actually buy, sell, and rent lend the assets. Now let's to experience all these things in person. So we have to just go to the build settings and add all the scenes. To save time, I have already done that and deployed the game on Link portal. So let's see the game in action. You can see now we can actually like select your ship. It is fetching all the assets directly from my wallet. And if I just select any one of these assets, I can quickly list these assets within one click. The best part is you can do the same thing of while renting, lending your assets and make it available for others to rent it out. And people can also mint the NFT inside the game itself. So it's time to say goodbye to all the phishing websites, and gamers do not have to leave the gaming environment. We do have cross-chain swaps, which allows gamers to swap their favorite in-game token with on any chain. And the best part is game developers can actually redesign this. But let's play the game, right? So I'm going to just hit select and start playing this game. And the engine has started. Just look at the graphics, okay? The best part is the entire game is being played on IPFS directly and without hampering the gaming experience. Not that, we have also deployed the same game on PC as well. So with Link SDK, you can deploy the same game on PC, mobile, and browser. Isn't that crazy? That is the power of Link SDK. We do have some other amazing features like account abstraction for better gaming experience, second, loot boxes and dynamic NFTs to drive gamers' retention, and third, Link Portal, a platform to distribute your games to the global gaming community. We do have a few competitors, but when it comes to the simplicity and scalable solution, then Link dominates the market, and you have just witnessed a live demo. The global Web3 gaming market is expected to 15x in the next 5 years and unlock $65 billion of market opportunities. Our strong presence in India and Southeast Asia is going to be our pillar to tap into this expanding market. And we have recently onboarded Astar Network as our strategic partner to tap into the Japanese gaming ecosystem. Best part is we went live a few weeks ago, and we have achieved a stellar feedback and adoption. So far, 780 plus registrations we have got for the Link Pass. 75 plus projects are using Link SDKs, and 50 plus games are live on Link portal. We have also won the Chainlink Fall Hackathon for our dynamic NFT asset standard and received the grant from Filecoin, Aptos, and MultiChain, and backed by industry giants like LongHashX and Accelerate. We have also onboarded AAA game titles like Born to Die and metaverses like Lumos Lab, and are in active conversation with dozens of global gaming studios and partners. We are raising $1.5 million for 18 to 24 months of runway, and we will use these funds to build product, scale marketing and BD teams, and operational costs. If you want to be a part of the future of gaming, then let's link. Thank you so much for your time.
Thanks so much, Vish, for sharing about the future of gaming and how Link could make the lives of game developers easier. So moving on, we have Banana SDK, and they are building a secure cross-chain account abstraction solution to remove the current complexities that are preventing the next billion users from using decentralized applications. So please welcome Haq and Rishabh.
Hi everyone, this is Haq. I have with me Rishabh from Banana SDK. We are a secure cross-chain account abstraction. Basically, Banana makes Web3 so easy and secure that even a monkey could use it. Applications in Web3 face the challenge of onboarding and retaining users due to the complex user experience and the security concerns. For a user to start using an application, they first have to download a wallet, save the seed phrase, fund the wallet, which requires multiple steps, and then and only then they can start using the application. These wallets are also not secure. Most wallets are vulnerable to attacks, and the likes of cold wallets are really cumbersome to use and expensive. The experience across chains is siloed. So to access applications across different chains, users must navigate procedures such as switching networks, bridging assets, and swapping tokens and whatnot. So for a user who does not have a wallet, it can roughly take around 45 minutes to 1 hour to do all of this before they can start using the application. At Banana, we solve for this. We are a pluggable solution for applications that enables one-click cross-chain wallet creation. We are leveraging account abstraction and zero knowledge proofs to do so. So with Banana, users can now create a wallet using their biometrics, which is then deployed across multiple chains in less than a minute. We solve for security by storing the private keys on the user's device. So we basically combine the security of a cold wallet and the convenience of a hot wallet together. Additionally, we also provide zero knowledge based two-factor authentication, which adds a second layer of security to the transaction that the user makes. Banana is cross-chain native. Users can conduct cross-chain transactions with a single click without the need to switch networks, bridge assets, or swap tokens. So with Banana SDK, applications can now onboard users in less than 3 minutes across multiple chains, a 15x faster and better experience.
So we have a demo of our product integrated with Lenster, which is a decentralized social media app built on Lens protocol. Let's say a user comes on Lenster and finds out that he cannot use it because he doesn't have a wallet. But no worries, he can click on Banana Wallet and create a new wallet. He just needs to enter a new username, which will be used to create a .lens handle. They need to provide their Touch ID or Face ID depending on the device they are right now on. And that's it. A smart contract wallet is getting deployed in the backend. The private key are saved securely in the device, and they can use the wallet anytime in future. So the wallet is ready. The user can sign into Lens using their Banana wallet, sign this message using their Touch ID. Yeah, and as soon as they sign this message, they are connected to Lenster. So now the user needs to claim their .lens handle, which is a manual process of tweeting their address. And after they have claimed their address, they can come back to find out that they are already logged in with the username. Now, let's say the user wants to experiment and try Lendster Premium. With Banana's cross-chain functionality, the user get to pay in any token from any chain in just one click. We are using XLR for this in the backend. They can also automate this process for subscription renewal through our smart contract wallets. So for a user who doesn't have a wallet, it takes less than 40 seconds to get started on Lens. Here we can see the transaction is done and the user is now having Lendster Premium now. So in the past 3 months, we have been really focused on developing our product and making sure that we understand customers' needs. We have actually integrated Banana SDK into 2 different dApps. We are also live on multiple blockchains. We were among the first movers on some pretty impressive platforms like Polygon's zkEVM, Shardium, and Filecoin virtual machine. But most importantly, we have had conversations with 50 plus dApps and try to understand the problem. We have a curated list of 10 dApp partners from both the social and Web 2.5 fronts, with a presence on both mobile and web-based platforms. In Q2, our goal is to release a mainnet alpha and work closely with this group so that we can refine our product. Based on the feedback that we have received from these dApps, the focus is going to be on 2 major things: cross-chain capability in our SDK and support for mobile apps in our mobile SDK. We are also working closely with Ivory Labs to get our smart contracts audited, and a light paper will be live by the end of this month. In Q3, we will release an open beta for dApps. We are also planning to build a wallet application for end users and have an MEV-based bundler ready. So during the course of these texting, one of the users who interacted with our SDK said, and I quote, "I never thought interacting with blockchain will be so easy. I never tried because I thought it will take a lot of effort." We are best positioned to bring cross-chain in account abstraction, as we are and we will be closely working and brainstorming with the SAFE and XLR team in the future as well. We have investments from LongHashX in this XLR cohort, and we are backed by Gnosis Chain. With these partnerships in place, we'll be the front runners in the cross-chain account abstraction space. We were among the top 3 projects in ETH India 2022. We have won grants from notable players like Filecoin, Ethereum Foundation, and SAFE. We have also seen social media support from the likes of Alchemy and Gnosis Builders.
So currently we are a team of 3. Rishabh and I both are batchmates from the same university. We have worked on multiple projects in university before working on Banana. I have a product background and I've worked with Push Protocol and MasterCard prior to this as a product manager, where I scaled 0 to 1 products.
I was working at Bionomy as a blockchain engineer earlier. I was an analyst at Goldman Sachs before that. And currently I'm an Ethereum India fellow. I've been working in the space of zero knowledge proofs and account abstraction for over 1.5 years now.
And Nitanshu, who is our founding engineer, is both an Ethereum India fellow and a Polygon fellow. We would love to connect to investors and dApp partners. We are looking for investors with strategic knowledge, especially in the field of wallet space and the account abstraction space, who also have strong connections with our potential dApp partners, such as Web 2.5 companies, social applications, or gaming applications. We would also love to meet dApps who would want to partner with Banana to create the most easy to use and secure Web3 product. This is Banana. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Banana team, for presenting an idea on how to make cross-chain account abstraction a reality. Next, we move on to talk about Web3 payments. We have Dinota, which aims to solve the current issues with regards to the business payments in the Web3 space through a modular NFT-based escrow agreement. With that, I'll hand the floor to Rafi, the CEO of Dinota.
Hey, hey everyone. We're Dinota, and we're building NFT pay agreements that revolutionize business payments. So pay agreements today have some major issues that our team actually experienced firsthand as Web3 freelancers. There are 3 key problems with them. First, unclear payment terms lead to huge delays, frequently leaving both businesses and freelancers without pay. Second, contracts are very expensive. Drafting a contract can be totally cost prohibitive, so people are often forced to risk taking jobs without protection. And lastly, current solutions have significant trust deficits. There's no good way to build reputation, which draws out negotiation and has led to billions of dollars in fraud and disputes. Denota solves the problems with pay agreements through our innovative NFT solution with clear and simple payment terms encoded within each NFT, meaning fair and timely compensation, cost-effective cross-chain that's powered by Axelar, allowing users to mint NFTs on one chain like Polygon while paying out on another chain for optimized cost and flexibility. So you can create an agreement for under $1, and built-in trust-building reputation system, fostering credibility that's portable through our NFTs, enhancing reputation beyond siloed platforms like Upwork. So with Denota, you can easily create a shareable cross-chain NFT agreement with escrow or other secure payment terms powered by Axelar. I'll walk you through the whole process in our demo later. Our solution takes advantage of network effects on Web3 social platforms and NFT marketplaces, and it's all made possible by our SDK. So with our SDK, you can integrate Denota's functionality into your dApp in just a few lines of code. So our SDK supercharges your dApp through our composable primitive, enabling some very cool use cases across different industries and businesses. We solve business payment challenges across multiple verticals. We're currently especially focused on e-commerce and freelance platforms. Our NFT escrows reduce chargeback risks for e-commerce businesses, while streamlining disputation enables freelancers to have an easier and more simple experience. For example, a freelance graphic designer could set up a milestone NFT agreement for a project, ensuring timely payments and more easily managed disputes. So let's walk through a live demo. So Cello is actually one of our investors. We're on Cello's testnet here. Let's say we're a freelancer on Cello's ecosystem that's doing some grant work. So first I can select the token that I'd like to be paid in and choose to create an invoice or request that I'll send to my client at Cello, and then choose the amount. So I'll say 1,500 DAI. Next, I can select my recipient or my client. I can search for their ENS or lens handle. Or if I've worked with them before, I can pull them up in this address book. So let's use me as a test client. Next, we can add some metadata. So we can add email, some tags for record keeping, some notes, and an invoice. So I'll add my email. I'll add a tag to label this as Cello, and then I'll add some notes. I'll say for graphic design work. I've attached my invoice. And we'll attach a file. So for our example, let's attach the Bitcoin white paper. So I will save those details. Cool. So now we can select our payment terms: milestones, escrow, or direct pay. In this case, I've worked with this client before, so I'll select direct pay so that once the work is done, I can immediately receive the funds. Since I'm working on Cello and want to build up my reputation on Polygon, where all my favorite dApps are, OpenSea, Lens, Lenster, I'll check this box right here to mint this NFT cross-chain. So this NFT creates and lives on Polygon, but we can manage and receive payments on Cello's network. So now let's look over the details. This invoice is ready to be minted. So let's go ahead and create the invoice. All right, I'll take a second. While that's confirming, I can show you some of the other test nets that we're deployed on. We'll give that a second, and we should switch back to the dashboard once that's loaded. Cool, so now we're at the dashboard. So let's say I want to go ahead and switch to Polygon so I can view this invoice on Polygon. Cool, so look, that's the invoice I created on Cello. So let's view the details. So here we can share it to Lenster, or we can view it on OpenSea. We can also view reputation right on Denota. So let's go to the social tab. So here we can search for different users and view their reputation, which makes it easier for freelancers and DAO members to build and share cross-chain portable reputation. Let me just search for myself, and there I am. So this is our demo right now. We plan to add legal doc templating, additional disputation options, and more very soon. So coming back to the demo. So competition-wise, our main competitors fall into two categories, e-commerce and peer-to-peer payments, with e-commerce competitors like Coinbase Commerce and peer-to-peer payments like Parcel or Request. We stand out with greater flexibility for pay terms, built-in dispute resolution, and cross-chain capabilities, making us the go-to for versatile on-chain pay agreements. And crypto payments today are booming. By 2030, the market will hit 2.2 billion. There's a huge opportunity with around 18.5 million US freelancers and businesses interested in Web3 payments. And we think by offering a secure and flexible NFT payment solution, we have a potential to disrupt this growing market and become a game changer in the way businesses handle payments. Our main revenue comes from tiered subscriptions with different features and support levels. We also earn through transaction fees on front ends, sharing these fees with our partners. On top of that, we offer custom NFT agreements and integrations for our clients and yield generation through trusted protocols like Compound and Aave. In Q2, we plan to launch on mainnet and deploy on 5+ chains, followed by yield generation and on-ramp integrations in Q3. By Q4, we aim to close our seed round and explore Web2 use cases and expand further. And our team has personal experience as freelancers. We face the challenges of delayed and missed payments and working with clients. We have backgrounds in engineering and startup experience. I'm a second-time crypto founder, and our team has engineering experience from Coinbase, Facebook, Flexport, and research experience from the University of Florida. Currently, we're not seeking investors actively, but we're looking out for strategic partners. We're also open to working with investors who can connect us with the right opportunities. So if you're interested in partnering or investing, let's talk. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Rafi, for your presentation. Next up, we have Screen Protocol. We all know we need to take responsibility for our assets, but the current solutions for all self-custody will not bring in the next billion users. This is where Screen Protocol comes in with their secure transaction and recovery solution for all smart contract wallets. Welcome, Mohit and Gavin.
Hi everyone, my name is Mohit. And here Garvit is with me, and we are building Screen Protocol. We are helping secure smart contract wallets with enterprise guardians. Garvit and I have been crypto users for a long time, and we value self-custody a lot. But balancing security and convenience has always been a challenge for us. MetaMask is great, but single sign-on wallets are prone to exploits and hacks, and signing a transaction on any dApp always gives me a mini heart attack. Ledger, like hardware wallets like Ledger, are very secure, but they are not at all accessible. In fact, once Garvit went on a vacation and he forgot to take his Ledger, and he couldn't sign a very important transaction. Recently, we've moved all of our personal assets to a multi-sig that is safe to enhance our security, but managing that 2x-N was a pain, and every time we had to sign transactions from multiple devices. So we started wondering, how can we get this additional security without the add-on management hassle? That is why we are building Screen Protocol. It is a secure transaction and recovery protocol with enterprise guardians as additional signers. Now, these enterprise guardians can be anyone ranging from crypto exchanges, banks, or other regulated entities, and they can also be custodian partners like Fireblock or Lit Protocol. Now, these enterprise guardians as additional signers open up a lot of interesting opportunities and features for our end users. The first one being fraud detection services. Since we are intervening the transaction between the user and the blockchain and providing a transparent layer, we can detect malicious activities and stop the user from getting wrecked. In future, we will also be providing insurance over these assets. The second one is simple wallet recovery. Now the user can get one-click wallet recovery if he or she ends up losing their key. The third and the most important is that you get the security of the multi-sig with the access and convenience of a single-click experience. We are across chains and we are powering this by Acala. And the most important thing is that it is completely self-custodial and the control of assets lie at the user's end. The guardians cannot initiate any transactions and can be removed at any point of time. And all of this is enforced by code on the blockchain. Now, Garvit will be quickly walking through a demo and show you what we are building.
So I've broken the demo into two parts. First is setting up screen, and then we'll see a demo transaction. Setting up screen is very easy, and it's just a two-step process. Now, all you'll have to do is download our Screen Connect Gnome extension. Once you download and click on the icon, you'll be redirected to the setup space. All you'll have to do is provide your safe address. Now, the best part is that once you click on Setup Safe and provide your safe address, you'll see a small checkbox, which says that use Screen Connect as your default wallet. What this means is that you'll be able to use Safe as you are using your MetaMask across multiple tabs right now. So let me just quickly provide it, and we'll fetch all the information. Now, here in this particular case, this is my safe, which is configured as one of two owners. One of them is MetaMask and another is Rainbow. Fun fact, about 50% of the safes that exist in the ecosystem right now are configured one of N. That means that if one of the private keys, either MetaMask or Rainbow, gets lost, all my funds in the safe can be compromised very easily. So the first change that we are making to the safe is that we are making it 2 of 3 owners. That means even if private key gets lost or compromised, your funds will still be safe. The next thing that we are doing to this safe is that we are adding and assigning a guardian to it. Now, as guardian only has one of the signers, they will never be able to initiate transaction, but they can be the second signer and additional signer along with the first. Now to finish the setup, all you'll have to do is connect and send transactions. So setting up is super easy. It's just 2-step process. First is providing your safe address. Second is clicking on connect and send transactions. And that's it. Once your transaction get added to the blockchain, all the features that we have talked about will be enabled for you. That means account recovery will be enabled, all your fraud detection will be enabled, and best part, you don't even need funds in your EOA anymore. So you'll be able to pay gas fees through your safe directly. Now let's just do a demo transaction and see how it looks in reality. So for the demo, we'll be doing a normal swapping transaction on CowSwap. Since ours is an injected wallet like MetaMask, it will automatically be connected. Once you click on swap, we will be interjecting the transaction and first detect for frauds. We will check if the contract is legitimate or not, if the origin from which the transaction is initiating or is legitimate or not. And we'll also check if you are signing something which can lead to a potential wreck or not. Once all those things have been signed and detected, we will request you for your signatures. Now it is just a single click for you. Just give your signature. So here in this case, I'm providing my signature from my Rainbow wallet. Once the signature is given, it is automatically forwarded to the Guardian. Now Guardian checks for the validation of signature, does some other checks, and once the checks are completed, the transaction is sent to the blockchain. So for users, now they get the best of self-custody along with the single-click experience. Now we can see that the transaction was added to the blockchain. Now coming back to the to see what is the current landscape of custody and see how we can improve it.
Thank you so much, Garvit. That was an amazing demo. And talking about the custody landscape, 22 was a disaster for all of us, and no one sees centralized exchanges in the crypto future. But we also have to agree on the fact that EOAs are like the clunky old Nokia phones, and even the Ethereum Foundation is deprecating them. The industry is moving towards a better solution like smart contract wallets and multi-sigs, but they also come with their own challenges. Smart contract wallets like Argent still operate on a single signing key, and they are open to exploits. And whereas multi-sigs provide added security, but they come with the challenge of convenience. That is why at Screen Protocol, we are elevating the experience and security for both smart contract wallets and multi-sigs. In terms of our product roadmap, we have a clear target on the individual safe users that Garvit talked about, and we'll be launching a safe app in the coming quarter. Post that, in Q3 of this year, we'll be raising a seed round to accelerate our speed further so that we can launch Guardian as a service in Q4, which will basically be an SDK for other smart contract wallets to get the same benefits we just talked about on their own smart contracts. Garvit and I have known each other for over 7 years since our university, and we have been building together for the last 2.5 years. I am a former EdTech founder, raised funds from VCs, scaled the venture to 15,000 paying customers, and later got it acquired. I have also launched a DeFi aggregator last year and scaled it up to 1,000 investors within 2 weeks before the Luna crash.
I have been an open source developer and contributor for more than a decade, and I was interested in Ethereum for about a couple of years ago. Since then, for about a year, I've been researching on account abstraction, worked with Ethereum Foundation. We also released the first fingerprint-based smart contract wallet on chain with Ethereum Foundation during ETH Denver. I've also been a mentor during ETH India, mentoring the account abstraction track of Ethereum Foundation.
Thank you so much, Garvit. Now, talking about a vision, we see a compliant and secure crypto future, but with self-custody. We are confident that for crypto to gain mass adoption, Compliance is necessary, but self-custody should always be there. And we believe that with enterprise guardians, this future is possible. We are right now looking for strategic partners and custodians who believe in our vision and want to make custody great again. That's all for today, folks. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mohit and Garvit, for improving self-custody for all wallet users. Before wrapping up, I'd like to thank our all-star panel of mentors for supporting the team throughout the program. Your contributions have been recorded on-chain through LongHash Web. For those of you who want to learn more about our LongHash Web program and be a mentor or community scout, please scan the QR code on the screen. We'd also like to thank the entire Axelar team for their support to help bring the teams to where they are today. We were very impressed with the growth that this cohort has exhibited in the last 3 months, and we wish our founders all the very best. Passing on to Michael now.
And for those of you who are interested to get in touch with our teams, please feel free to scan the QR code on the screen. You will also be receiving a follow-up email with instructions on how to get in touch with the teams if you wish to do so. And we will be facilitating those one-on-one introductions over the coming weeks. After today, for all our latest insights and news, and also on our next cohort, please follow us on Twitter. Our handles are @LongHashX and @LongHashVC, or go to our website, longhash.vc. And with that, we would like to conclude today's demo day. A big thank you again to all our audience of investors, founders, and community members who joined us today to virtually meet the teams. Thank you everyone for joining us and attending the 10th cohort of a LongHashX Accelerators demo day.